Hey guys, Mario here from MTG Diagnosis, Doctor by Day, Magic the Gathering by Night, and we're opening up a Strixhaven Theme Boosters pack. This I had bought about a year ago, just sitting in my alcove, and basically decided, let's see what this has. So this is theme boosters. Basically has 35 cards in each theme booster. Each theme is a different school of mages from Strixhaven, school of mages. So each theme booster pack or box, whatever, has 8 packs. So this one's Prismari, Witherbloom, Lorehold, Quandrix, Silverquill, and then Silverquill, Prismari, Witherbloom, Lorehold, and Quandrix. So 2 of each total. We'll start with the Silverquill. Let's do this. We'll let's put them up like that. So this one is Silverquill. And how do we open this? I guess you just open it from the top here. Open the box. Oh, looks like you're supposed to open it from the bottom. I don't know. Tear open the box. And yeah, I guess you're supposed to open it from the bottom. That was, I guess, one way to open it. I don't think I've ever seen this card before. Uncommon Umbral Juke. Choose one, target player sacrifices a creature or planeswalker. Create a 2/1 white and black inkling creature token with flying for 3. That's an uncommon. Silverquill Plage Mage. This common Aragon Poet. Thunderous Orator. Inkling Summoning. Owling Shield Mage. Like this 5 for a 3/3 flying ward, pay 3 life. So if the enemy wanted to kill it, they'd have to pay 3 life and then lose 1 life. Another uncommon, Shadewing Laureate, 2/2 flying for white, black, and hybrid white-black. Whenever another creature you control with flying dies, put a +1/+1 counter on target creature you control. Oh, I like how that does counters, puts counters on. Another Pledge Mage, Inkling Summoning, Show of Confidence. This is another uncommon. When you cast this spell, copy it for each other instant or sorcery spell you've cast this turn. You may choose new targets for the copy. Put a +1/+1 counter on target creature. It gains vigilance until end of turn. It's nice. Study Break, another uncommon. Tenured Ink Caster. 5 for a 2/2. When it enters the battlefield, put a +1/+1 counter on target creature. Whenever a creature you control with a +1/+1 counter on it attacks, each opponent loses 1 life and you gain 1 life. A little bit of a drain there. Professor's Warning, Promising Dust Mage, Go Blank, Rise of Exodus, Star Pupil. Another uncommon, Closing Statement. 3 white and a black. This spell costs 2 less to cast during your end step. Destroy target creature or planeswalker you don't control. Put a +1/+1 counter onto 1 target creature you control. A lot of utility there. Dueling Coach, uncommon. Humiliate, another uncommon. Target opponent reveals their hand. You choose a non-land card from it. That player discards that card. Put a +1/+1 counter. Spiteful Squad, Silver Campus, Letter of Acceptance, Defend the Campus, Killian Ink Duelist. Nice. Black and white for a 2/2 lifelink menace. Spells you cast that target a creature costs 2 less to cast. That's actually a pretty... When your father is Dean Ambrose, second best really isn't an option. It's a nice uncommon there. Lash of Malice, Eager First Year, Mage Hunter's Onslaught, Rise of Exodus, Expanding Anatomy, Guiding Voice. Our rare is Poet's Quill. Poet's Quill enters the battlefield, learn. Equipped creature gets +1/+1 and has lifelink equipped white and a black. Study up on your turn. It tells you how to play. So, lots of commons. So I guess theme boosters have one rare. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 uncommons. One rare, 8 uncommons. And had a 35, 9, 35, 16 commons. Yeah, or what? Yeah. Yep, 16 commons. No, more than that. 24 commons? Yeah. 26 commons. Yeah, 26 commons? That's a lot of commons. 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26 commons. Yeah. 8 uncommons and then 1 rare. Well, let's do another one of the Silver Quill so then we can compare back to back. So these are at the bottom, so we'll just open up the backs from the bottom. Make sure I didn't steal this. Common, common, uncommon, common, common, another uncommon, Thunders or Raider, common, 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 uncommon. It's actually a pretty good card. Dueling Coach, not so good. Common, 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 Flunk, white and a, or sorry, 1 and a black. Target creature gets -X, -X until on the turn where X is 7 minus the number of cards in that creature's controller's hand. 2 for an instant that does -/. It's pretty good because it can kill things with indestructible. Self Confidence again. Tenured Incaster again. Go blank. Target player discards 2 cards that exiles all cards from the player's graveyard. Commons. Another go blank. Reflective Golem, alright. This is a uncommon artifact. Whenever you cast in a sorcery spell, that target's only Reflective Golem. You may pay 2. If you do, copy that spell. You may choose new targets for the copy. Or not. Auric Lore Mages are rare. Search your library for a card, put it into your graveyard, then shuffle. If it's an instant or sorcery card, put a +1/+1 counter on Auric Lore Mage. Tap it to use that ability. 4 for a 3/3. Eesh, that's not a good ability. Nice, a lot of commons, a bunch of uncommons, and only 1 rare in this theme booster. Ugh, these theme boosters, the fact that they only give you 1 rare is not good. I mean, pretty much paying for a bunch of commons and uncommons. guess if you're looking for a certain color rare or a certain class rare, let's see what Prismari has. It's like the this might actually have some good uncommons. Maelstrom Muse, flying 2/4. When it attacks the next instant sorcery spell you cast this turn costs X less to cast, where X is its power as this ability resolves. Flying. Common. Prismari Apprentice is your uncommon. Magecraft, whenever you cast or copy an instant sorcery spell, it can't be blocked this turn. It has, if that spell has mana value 5 or greater, put a +1/+1 counter on Prismari Apprentice. 2 for 2/2. Now if I had flying, I'd be like, whoa. Minter's Guidance, when you cast a spell, copy it if you control a Planeswalker, Cleric, Druid, Shaman, Warlock, or Wizard. Scry 1, then draw a card. And if you play this card, you're probably doing that twice, because you probably have those in play. Grinning Ignis. Red, return Grinning Ignis to owner's hand, add colorless, red. Activate only as a sorcery. 3 for 2/2. Test of Talents. This is actually a pretty good uncommon. Blue and a 1, counter target instant sorcery spell, search its controller's graveyard, hand, and library for any number of cards with the same name as that spell and exile them. That player shuffles, then draws a card for each card exiled from their hand this way. These are all commons. Practical Research. Draw 4 cards and discard 2 cards unless you discard an instant sorcery card. 5. Spell Satchel. Reject. Start from scratch. Lessons. Start from scratch deals 1 damage to any target. Destroy target artifact. 3. Igneous Inspiration. Deals 3 damage to any target, and you get to learn. Learn is like you go and find lessons from your sideboard. Another Test of Talents. Another Igneous Inspiration. Another Team Pendant. Igneous Mastery. I don't even remember. This is a rare. You may play 2 in a blue rather than pay the spell's mana cost. If the 2 in the blue cost was paid, you draw 3 cards, then an opponent creates 2 treasure tokens and they scry 2. If that cost wasn't paid, you draw X cards. So it's a sorcery. So if you only do the 3, you get to draw 3 cards, but your opponent gets to make 2 treasure tokens and scry 2. And if you do the X, you just get to draw X cards. So I think in that situation, I might just pay the 2 in the blue and get to draw 3 cards and let my opponent make treasure tokens and do some weird stuff. It's actually, but it's a sorcery, so it's not instant, but it might be a good commander card actually, because then you can actually have one of your opponents that you like be like, okay, you get to make treasure tokens if you don't attack me. Igneous Mastery. Yeah, it's actually, I like that. It's uncommon, common, another uncommon, uncommon, common. Wormhole Serpent. Target creature can't be blocked this turn. Oh man, I like how it's target creature can't be blocked this turn. Not, it could be anything. Uncommon. 3/5 for 5. Get like a creature that you like that has a bunch of shenanigans on it if it hits an Expressive Iteration. All right, this is actually a really good uncommon. Red and a blue, look at the top 3 cards of your library, put one of them into your hand, put one of them into the bottom of your library, and exile one of them. You may play the exile card this turn. So what you want to do is cast this at the beginning of your turn, and if you look at the top 3 cards and one of them is land, exile that one, because then you can play it right away. And then put something else at the bottom of your library that you don't want. Start from scratch. Oops. Common. Creative Outburst. This was discard creative outburst, create a treasure token. This was actually pretty good when it came out, and then kind of faded away. Oh, Storm-Kiln Artist. Oh, this is a really good card for Commander, actually. 4 for a 2/2, gets +1/+0 for each artifact you control. Whenever you cast or copy an instant sorcery spell, create a treasure token. So you can make plenty of treasure tokens with that guy. So this is actually not that bad for a out of the themes. Oh, Teachings of the Archaics. Oh, it's a lesson. And it's blue and 2. If an opponent has more cards in hand than you, draw 2 cards. Draw 3 cards instead if an opponent has at least 4 more cards in hand than you. That's all of our commons. Okay. So I think out of that, the couple of uncommons worth more than the rares. Now we'll do Witherbloom. So if you do, none of these cards are foil, so they're all just plain green. Oh, I see. It says just add 25 lands to start building a 60 card deck. So you basically just take these cards and then add a bunch of lands and you got your deck. Uncommon, Tend the Pests. Common, Mage Hunter. I don't think I've seen this before. 3/4 for 4. Whenever an opponent casts a copy sorcery spell, they lose 1 life. Nice, you can drain them out. Hunt for Specimens. Common, Tend to the Pest. Another uncommon. Containment Breach. Destroy target artifact or enchantment. If its mana value is 2 or less, create a 1/1 black and green pest creature token. When this creature dies, you gain 1 life. It's a lesson. Sorcery. Oh, Deadly Brew. Black and a green. When each player sacrifices a creature or planeswalker, if you sacrifice a permanent this way, you may return another permanent card from your graveyard to your hand. Dina Soul Steeper. Whenever you gain life, each opponent loses 1 life. Sacrifice another creature. Dina Soul Steeper gets +X/+0 until end of turn, where X is the sacrifice creature's power. A bunch of commons. Eye Twitch. 1/1 flying. When it dies, learn. 1 black. Not bad. That's pretty good. Fuse with Vitality. Overgrown Arch Defender. 0/4. You tap, you gain 1 life. 2 sacrifice, learn. Grand Session. Witherbloom Apprentice. 2/2. Whenever you cast or copy an instant sorcery spell, each opponent loses 1 life and you gain 1 life. Another Devouring Tendrils. Oh, Devouring Tendrils, that's different. Sorcery. Target creature you control deals damage equal to its power. Target creature or planeswalker you don't control. When the permanent you don't control dies this turn, you gain 2 life. For 2 for sorcery, that basically does the power. Ooh, that's really good. Blackish Trudge. 4/2, enters the battlefield tapped. Return it from your graveyard to your hand. Activate only if you gain life this turn. 3 for a 4/2. And then you can recur it from your graveyard to your hand. If it didn't come into play tapped, it would have been better. Oh yeah, Blood Researcher. Menace. Whenever you gain life, put a +1/+1 counter on Blood Researcher. And it's got menace. Oh, that's a good card. Another arch, and then our rare is Dragon's Guard Elite. 2/2. Whenever you cast a copy or an instant sorcery spell, put a +1/+1 counter on him or her. Sorry, her. And then 4 green, double the number of +1/+1 counters on Dragon's Guard Elite. This, if you have the Bootlegger Stash, which is that new artifact that, I think it's an artifact, green and 5 to, you can tap a land to make a treasure token, and then this is a good outlet for like if you have tons of mana. And it's in green, so that's where, you know, you're gonna have a Bootlegger Stash. Wither Bloom. Let's do another theme booster. Wither Bloom. So I guess these theme boosters, you should really pay attention to the uncommons, because some of the uncommons from Strixhaven are worth more than the rares. I mean, that Storm-Kiln artist is probably worth more than, probably about $2, you know, which probably more than most of the rares. And so you got common, uncommon, containment breach. It's pretty good too. Emagroth Roll Eater, 4 for 7/6. So what's its big deal? At the beginning of upkeep, sacrifice a creature. So basically, you know other creatures to sacrifice. You have to sacrifice this. When you sacrifice this, each opponent discards a card. You draw a card, and you gain 2 life. So it's got a lot of good value, because Witherbloom Pledge Mage is actually a pretty good common. Whenever you cast or copy an instant sorcery spell, you gain 1 life. Anything where you gain a life, you get triggers. That's a good eye twitch. It's a good creature for a deck where you get a bunch of abilities and triggers off of gaining life. Necrotic Fumes is a good lesson. You can exile a creature you control to exile target creature or planeswalker. Zephyr Boots, equipped creature has flying. If it deals combat damage to a player, draw a card, then discard a card. Fortifying Draught. Green, you gain 2 life. Target creature gets +X/+X until end of turn, where X is the amount of life you gain this turn. Instant. It's common. Uncommon. Spectre Defense. Uncommon. Common. Honor Troll. 2/3 for 3, or 2 and a green. Vigilance, if you would gain life, you gain that much life +1 instead. It gets +2/+1 as long as you have 25 or more life. That's actually, if you play like Commander or something where you start with like 40 life, you get this 4/4 Vigilance that helps you gain more life. Mortality Spear. This spell costs 2 less to cast if you gain life this turn. Destroy target non-land permanent. Destroy a lot of things with that. Another Poet's Quill. Oh, 2 rares. A shitty Poet's Quill and a Demogoth Titan, which, the only good thing about this guy is his power is like 11. When he attacks or blocks, sacrifice a creature. 4. Of course it offers you power. Demons always do, but trust me, the sweeter the prize, the more ruinous the price. Professor Onyx. This hybrid mana cost means you can pay either red or green or black for each of those. So something like that, it's best to be in a black-green deck. Lorehold. Let's see what's going on with Lorehold. And take it. I think the worst thing about these theme boosters is the amount of packaging. Probably the amount of packaging is worse than the actual cards. Quintorius Field Historian. Common. Return pass caller. 4/2 flying. When it enters the battlefield, return target spirit, instant, or sorcery card from your graveyard to your hand. It's nice so you can get something back. Yes. Detention Vortex. 1 white enchant non-land permanent. Can't attack or block, and its activated abilities can't be activated. 3 destroy detention. Only your opponents may activate this ability and only as a sorcery. Huh. I guess 1 white to actually like put this on a non-land permanent and you can't use it, so it's like put on like a planeswalker or something for at least 1 turn. Or hold Apprentice. Whenever you cast or copy an sorcery spell until end of turn, spirit creatures you control gain tap. This creature deals 1 damage to each opponent. Common. This is a 1/2 with double strike. Debate. Another Field Historian. Tomb Shredder. Ardent Dustspeaker. Whenever it attacks, you may put an instant sorcery spell from your graveyard to the bottom of your library. If you do, exile the top 2 cards of your library. You may play those cards this turn. 3/4. Another. Oh, Stonebinder Familiar. I think this card's actually pretty popular because of it's a dog. For 1 white, 1/1. Whenever 1 or more cards is put into exile during your turn, put a +1/+1 counter on this familiar. This ability triggers only once each turn. It's a low cost spirit dog, and it's a spirit too. Ardent Dustspeaker, Tomb Shredder, Reconstruction, Reconstruct History. Turn 1 target artifact, up to 1 target enchantment card, up to 1 target instant sorcery, up to 1 target sorcery card, and up to 1 target planeswalker card from your graveyard to your hand. Exile this. Reconstruct History. Professor of Symbiology. When it enters the battlefield, learn for a 2/1 for 2. It's actually pretty good uncommon. Spell Satchel. And then Devastating Mastery. 2 white. Destroy all non-land permanents. If you pay the alternate cost, then the opponent gets to put 2 permanents into their hand before you destroy all non-land permanents. Another Apprentice, commons, uncommon, Quintorius Field Historian, legendary creature. Whenever 1 or more cards leaves your graveyard, create a 3/2 red and white spirit creature token. Lowerhold Excavation. Lots of text here. Red and white enchantment. At the beginning of your end step, mill a card. If a land card was milled this way, you gain 1 life. Otherwise, it deals 1 damage to each opponent. 5, exile creature card from your graveyard. Create a tapped 3/2 red white spirit creature token. Hall Monitor. Bunch of commons here. Oh, another Stonebinder Familiar Dog. Bunch of commons here. Reduced to memory. Exile target non-land permanent. Its controller creates a 3/2 red and white spirit creature token. Instant academic dispute. Target creature blocks this turn if able. You may have it gain reach until end of turn. Learn. Oh, strict proctors are rare. Flying permanent 1/3. Whenever a permanent entering the battlefield causes a triggered ability to trigger, counter that ability unless its controller pays 2. Nice. This you play if somebody keeps playing Ristic Studies or land tax or something like that. Like, here you go. Now pay 2 unless you want to have that ability. So like that. Put an end to your Ristic Studies. Or somebody has a Esper, some other good things. Gosh, look at all this printing. Alright, so here's our uncommon Carrick Wrangler. Whenever you cast a copy of Instant Sorcery, put a +1/+1 counter on target creature you control. It's any creature, and then this Symmetry Sage, 0/2 flying. Whenever you cast a copy of Instant Sorcery spell, target creature you control has base power 2 until end of turn. Oh. I don't know about that. Ah, Divide by 0. That's a good uncommon. Turn target spell or permanent with mana value 1 or greater to its owner's hand for 3, and you get to learn. Another Quandrix Apprentice. Whenever you cast Instant Sorcery, look at the top 3 cards of your library. You may reveal a land card from among them, put it into that card in your hand, put the rest on the bottom of your library in any order. It's not that bad if you're trying to ramp. Quandrix Cultivator. This guy's good too. 3/4 for 4. Enters the battlefield. You may search your library for a basic forest or island card, put it into the battlefield, then shuffle. And it doesn't have to be tapped, so. Bookworm, another uncommon. Into the battlefield, you gain 3 life and draw a card. Trample. And then for 3, you can put it back into your top of your library. Third from the top. Mercurial Transformation, lessen until end of turn, target non-land permanent loses all of its abilities and becomes your choice of a blue frog creature with base power and toughness 1/1 or a blue octopus creature with base power and toughness 4/4. For sun's sake, I just want a crab. Decisive Denial. Green and a blue. Choose 1. Counter target non-creature spell unless the controller plays 3. Target creature you control fights target creature you don't control. Not bad for 2 mana. Emergent Sequence. Search your library for a basic land card, put it onto the battlefield tap, then shuffle. That land becomes a 0/0 green and blue fractal creature token. Still a land, put a +1/+1 counter for each land you had entered the battlefield under your control this turn. Not good. Aether Helix. Return target permanent to its owner's hand. Return target permanent card from your graveyard to your hand. 6. Master Symmetrist. Reach. Whenever a creature you control with power equal to its toughness attacks, it gains trample until end of turn. Nice. Fractal Summoning. Biomathematician. Landline Notification. Another uncommon. Burying Books. Team Pennant. Serpentine Curve. Emergent Sequence. And Tempted by the Auric. For each opponent, gain control of up to 1 target creature or planeswalker that player controls with mana value 3 or less. That's actually not bad. For 4, you get to take control of a bunch of creatures with mana value 3 or less. If you have 3 opponents, you get to, you know, tempted by the Auric. Alright, last theme booster box. Alright, another divide by 0, not bad there. Another Quandrix Apprentice, Chaotic Wrangler, Symmetry Sage, Imperial Transformation, Decisive Denial, Emergent Sequence, 8th of Helix, Bookworm, Zimoni, Quandrix Prodigy, blue and a green for 1/2. Tap, you may put a land card from your hand onto the battlefield tapped. 4, tap, draw a card. If you control 8 or more lands, draw 2 cards instead. Not bad. That's Symmetry. Echo Summoning. Another Master of Symmetry. And a Dragon's Guard Elite. Alright, so I would say I would not buy these if you're just trying to find the rares, because the rares are not that great. They only give you 1 or 2. Only one of these 8 boxes had 2. This set, Strixhaven did have some good uncommons though in it. So if you're gonna look for the uncommons, I would say the Prismari. It has blue and red uncommons. That's probably your best bet. What else? Yeah, blue and red uncommons from the set, pretty good. If you're gonna look for uncommons, get the Prismari theme booster. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe. See you guys next time.